Hey YouTube, it's me, Marquelworld. All things pro wrestling news, my life. Swerve, Booker T, they still beefing. They still beefing. The feud is still going on between Swerve and Booker T. I can't believe it's still going on. Let's talk about it, y'all. Let's talk about it. We all know that Swerve and Booker T, they had some disagreement due to Vlad TV. If you don't know what Vlad TV is, it's kind of like a urban YouTube. Well, to me, it's an urban YouTube. I've seen that for years. Vlad TV on YouTube, basically asking people in the hip hop game, the rap game, questions. Giving them a platform. That's what I want to summarize it as. But we have Swerve Strickland. He does rap. I think he is part of the hip hop scene. He does rap. So he is part of the rap scene. But I don't know if we can necessarily state that that is the main avenue for him. But I guess since he is a African American wrestler, he also Vlad TV featured Swerve on it, and guess he did have some things going on between him and Booker T, because Booker T was basically stating allegedly that he shouldn't have took that interview. It makes the African American community look bad, Vlad TV, and then Vlad, I guess he's Vlad, the person that is the host or the one that owns the site. He put his receipts, well, Vlad TV put the receipts on X, how him and Booker T were once talking about having an interview. Don't know the circumstances, y'all. It seems like maybe Booker T didn't show up or maybe he canceled, but there was at one point where, yes, with the screenshot, it looked like Booker T was interested at one point being part of Vlad TV and things did not work out. Again, allegedly, this is going on with Booker T and Swerve, how Booker T, again, basically said that that is a bad look for Swerve and the black community. But we do have some news about Swerve saying "fuck you" to Booker T. Um, this happened after AEW Dynasty, baby. Dynasty. A lot of people aren't talking about AEW. A lot of people are talking negative about AEW, but this did make headlines. This did make headlines. What was said, and basically Swerve saying "f you" to Booker T after Dynamite. So let me get on to this. Let me get to my resource. Child, what is going on with this tablet, honey? So Booker T, oh, that's another thing. Booker T responds to Swerve saying, fuck Booker T after AEW Dynasty. I'm going to give him a little bit of advice. So I guess Booker T responds to that. Swerve Strickland basically saying F you to Booker T. So we have that Booker T responding. This is a paragraph, honey. But during the latest episode of his Hall of Fame podcast, Booker T offered the following response to Swerve Strickland. He learned about this Monday. Monday is today. I'm more likely going to post this tomorrow, YouTube. I'm tired. It's 9:30 at night, but I do want to film. At least I want to continue the momentum, YouTube. Hey, YouTube. By the way, please like this video. I post at least 3 times a week. How are you guys? Happy Tuesday, because more likely I will be posting this on Tuesday, but happy Monday. But again, happy Tuesday. More likely I'll be posting this on Tuesday. We have the response. Woke up this morning. This is Booker T. Woke up this morning. I wonder, why is my name trending? I see the video of Swerve Strickland saying F Booker T. At the end of the day, at the end of Dynasty, I'm not even going to get upset about it. I'm going to give Swerve Strickland a little bit of advice. Just a little bit. That advice would be, don't be talking about something other than the pay-per-view at the end of the night. Okay, that was a little shade. Like, why are you worried about me? Why are you worried about me? That was a little shade. That's the main event, and that the last thing people are going to remember. The last people are going to remember is me. My name being said. I'm sure Tony Khan don't appreciate the news. The headline not being what happened at Dynasty. Well, he kind of got a point with all the matches. They're talking about Booker T. That was a bad move. He's got a lot of energy at the end of the show. I'm not that type. I'm from that school. Okay? If you got something to say to somebody, say it to their face. Okay, he's basically saying, come on now, say it in my face, Swerve. I'm going to leave it at that. Hopefully, Swerve Strickland has a hell of a career and he'll do very well in the business. I'm going to keep stressing what I've talked about for a long time. Go out there and get it on your talent and merit. Nobody will ever be able to say you got it because of only of your talent. I'm going to keep advocating for the young guys to go out there and perform at the highest level. Take what you want. It's not going to be given to you. You got to take it. The only way you take it is through your performance and how good you really are inside that squared circle. He got a point. He got a point. That's as much I'm going to say on this issue as far as Swerve Strickland goes. Okay, so that was something wrestling headlines, but Hall of Fame podcast from Booker T. Clearly, this feud is not over. I don't even know if I want to call it a feud at this point. YouTube. It just seems like two men that just don't get along or just really are opposed to one another. Again, good job on the professionalism that Booker T showed by basically saying he wishes him nothing but the best and basically stating that he no longer wants to talk about this shit. He no longer wants to talk about Swerve Strickland. Swerve, him doing that, I guess maybe from his perspective, he was trying to get views to the product. And what better way to get views than something controversial? Controversy, sales, scandals, shock value. So I kind of see what he was doing. Maybe he thought there was going to be shock value. Him saying "F you" to Booker T. A lot of people may say that Swerve Strickland is a little disrespectful because Booker T is the one that paved the way for a lot of the African American, the newer generation, just for Swerve Strickland to basically disrespect him. I guess Swerve basically alluded or allegedly said that Booker T, he's always been the company man. He's always been a yes sir kind of man, and he's gonna do what's best for him. And he got a point, Swerve Strickland. If he went on Vlad TV and he is someone that's been watching it for years, which I think he said in his interview, why not promote his wrestling on there? Why not promote his music on there? Just because Booker T doesn't like the platform doesn't mean that Swerve Strickland has to be just like Booker T and not like the platform. He's his own person. He has his own brain. So I don't see nothing wrong with him wanting to continue anyways to go on that platform. Again, if Booker T thinks it's a bad platform for African Americans, for the black community, that is his opinion. Swerve does not have to feel the same way. Hopefully this feud's end sooner than later, or maybe they'll just never like each other. But YouTube, Swerve has told Booker T to F himself at the end of AEW Dynasty, and Booker T has responded. This is not over. This is not over. What are your thoughts, YouTube? Whose side are you on? Are you disappointed? Do you wish this would end? I hope it does end. We have two African American wrestlers that both paved the way in their own right. Swerve is still present, still has a legacy. He's leaving. Booker T, his legacy has been cemented already. We already know who Booker T is. We already know who Booker T is. We already know what Booker T can bring. We already saw that legacy, that legendary career that he had. All hail King Booker. That is one of my favorites. Sometimes I do feel like myself, as someone African American, that Booker T does not really stand up for himself, and I'm not trying to be funny. It seems like he is a person that likes to keep certain people happy. I will say that. I don't know him personally, but it does seem like he is in good graces with WWE. So of course you're not going to hear someone like him that gets paid by WWE say anything negative about the company that is feeding him and his family. So yes, I can see where Swerve is coming from a little bit. You always want to be the one that's always right, or always defending WWE, or always defending people because you don't want to look bad because you are a company person. Then we have Swerve that is just real and honest, who has his own opinion. So Not saying that Booker T isn't real honest. He is from a different generation, so we have to remember that. Both generations may not agree. They're both two different generations. Again, no one is wrong, no one is right. I'm wishing they would talk sooner than later or just end this and be cordial. But they will eventually run into each other. And like Booker T said, say to my face, oh boy, that would be a sight if they first met in public. But this is Markel's World, all things pro wrestling news. I post at least 3 times a week. Life update, it was snowing today, and I think it's snowing right now here in Michigan. So that's the life update. Gym, Monday was Monday. Work was a little busy, but it is what it is. I hope all is well with you, YouTube. I'm fine. I hope you guys are fine. Please sub. I post pro wrestling news at least 3 times a week. But this is Markel's World, all things pro wrestling news in my life. I'll see you guys on the next video, YouTube.